This is a tutorial on the wall climb, also known as a top out, a maneuver that gets you from a hanging position to the top of your obstacle. Before we begin, it is important to know that this movement is only half about technique. The other half is based on strength and conditioning. So before we start analyzing the technique, I will begin by giving you some conditioning exercises that you will need to practice in order to properly learn the wall climb. The initial movement of this technique is all about explosive power from the arms, back, and obliques. The following conditioning exercise will target those particular areas and help you build the necessary strength. The final movement of this technique requires a fair amount of upper body strength, specifically your triceps and upper back. Train the following motion to work these areas. Work on full extension of the arms. The final method of conditioning I will give you will piece together the two movements. You will train the motion in what is called negative. Start above the obstacle and do the movement backwards, controlling it as much as possible. The more times you can repeat the movement, the better. If you are serious about mastering this technique, I advise creating a training routine based on these exercises. It may surprise you how quickly you will progress. There are 4 basic steps to the technique. The first is identical to the conditioning exercise you just learned. Simply shoot your knee up parallel to the wall as you pull up. The motion will raise your center of gravity, making you temporarily lighter. This will take some of the strain off your muscles as they pull your body weight up. The second step is a transition. As you pull up, you must push your chest over top of the obstacle. Along with your torso leaning over, you must also quickly flip your hands flat on top of the ledge. This movement is what most people struggle with, as it must be done explosively. If you do not have the strength to complete this movement, continue your conditioning. Watch the movement one more time, only this time watch the legs. It is important that the feet switch, as you will need the use of your right leg in one of the upcoming steps. The third step is the press-up. This movement should be easy if you have been working on your conditioning. The purpose of this movement is to create room underneath your body so we can execute the fourth step. The fourth and final step is the kip-up. Use your free leg, in this case the right leg, and kick it up behind you. This movement lifts your hips and gives you the momentum needed to swing your legs underneath your arms. Congratulations, you now understand the basic mechanics behind the wall climb, or the top out. Let's review. Step 1. While pulling up with your arms, shoot your knees straight up. Step 2. Pull your chest over the wall, flip your palms flat, and switch your feet. Step 3. Using your triceps and your back, push up until your arms are extended and your body is over top of the wall. Step 4. Swing your back leg behind you, lifting up your hips and placing your feet underneath your arms. There is a variation to this movement I affectionately call the pop-out. It's just like a wall climb or a top-out, only you incorporate existing momentum instead of executing it from a dead hang. The same concepts apply, only the momentum removes some of the steps. As soon as contact is made with the wall, the secondary leg must swing back as high as possible, while the arms support the weight of the upper body. It's a combination of timing, technique, and strength that makes this movement work. There are 2 tips I'd like to give before this video ends. First, if your shoes tend to slip on the wall while training this technique, try removing your shoes. Bare feet have better grip than most shoes. Second, keep an eye out for walls with overgrip, the kind of ledge where you can wrap your fingers around the other side. These will greatly assist your climb as you can pull at the wall. Thank you for watching.